The oil would not stop. The widow stood in her doorway with empty hands and a house full of fear. Her husband was gone, taken by the grave, and the debts he left behind now knocked louder than grief. The creditor was coming, and when he arrived, he would take her sons. Not land, not tools, her children. She ran to the prophet Elisha, her voice cracking as she spoke. Your servant is dead, and the creditor is coming. I have nothing left. Elisha looked at her, not at her loss, but at what remained. What do you have in your house? She swallowed. Nothing except a small jar of oil. It didn't look like salvation. It barely looked like enough for a meal. Elisha gave strange instructions. Go, borrow empty jars from your neighbors. Not a few. Then shut the door. Pour. That night, her sons lined the room with vessels. Cracked jars, borrowed jars, forgotten jars. The widow lifted the small flask and tipped it. Oil flowed. It filled the first jar, then the next, and the next. The room smelled rich and alive as vessel after vessel filled to the brim. Her hands shook. Her sons whispered. The oil kept coming. Only when the last jar was full did it stop. Not when fear ran out. Not when hope rose. But when there was no more room to receive. The next morning, the widow paid her debts. Her sons stayed home. And what once looked like nothing became the proof that God measures need differently than men. Historical note. This account comes from 2 Kings 4 verses 1 to 7, describing a real miracle performed through the prophet Elisha. The widow, the debt, the oil, and the instruction to borrow jars are biblical facts. The dialogue, setting details, and emotional pacing are dramatized to bring depth to the story while remaining faithful to Scripture.